Every entrepreneur starts from zero. Zero followers, zero customers, $0. But what separates those who stay at zero from those who cross that first $100,000 mark isn't luck. It's clarity, consistency, and courage. In this video, I'll break down the exact roadmap that can take you from nothing to your first 100K, whether you're launching a side hustle, a service, or a digital brand. We'll talk about the 3 phases of growth: foundation, systems, and scaling. And I'll show you what to focus on at every stage so you can build income and impact. Welcome to the most important stage of your entrepreneurial journey, the foundation. This is where we go from zero to your first $10,000. It's not about fancy logos or complex business plans. It's about proving one simple thing, that you can create something people will actually pay for. This phase requires grit, curiosity, and a willingness to be wrong. But if you follow these steps, you'll build a base strong enough to support $1 million business. The biggest mistake new entrepreneurs make is starting with an idea instead of a problem. We fall in love with our clever solution, a new app, a unique product, a revolutionary service, before we even know if anyone has the problem it solves. This is a recipe for disaster. Think of it this way. An idea is a key you've built, and now you have to run around looking for a lock it might fit. A problem-first approach is the opposite. You find a lock that people are desperately trying to open, and then you fashion the key. Businesses don't make money because you have a clever idea. They make money because they solve a pain. A real, tangible, frustrating pain. Your job as an entrepreneur isn't to be an inventor, it's to be a detective. You need to find the friction in people's lives, the things that make them say, "I wish there was a better way to do this." These pains are the fertile ground where successful businesses grow. So how do you find them? You start by asking yourself 3 critical questions. Get out a piece of paper and let's walk through them. First, what are people already paying for around me? This question is powerful because it immediately validates a market. If people are spending money on something, be it coffee, coaching, or car cleaning, it proves they have a desire they're willing to pay to fulfill. For 1 week, become an observer. Notice every transaction. People aren't just buying a product, they're buying an outcome. Convenience, status, peace of mind, saved time. Your business will live inside one of these outcomes. Second, what frustrates them that I can fix? This is where you find your opportunity. Listen for complaints. In conversations, in online reviews, on social media forums. The software is too complicated. This service is always late. I can never find healthy food on the go. Each complaint is a potential business idea. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to find a wheel that's squeaking and offer some grease. And third, what can I do better, faster, or cheaper than most? This connects the market's problem to your unique ability. Better could mean higher quality, more personalized service, or a better customer experience. Faster is a massive advantage in our impatient world. Cheaper can work, but be careful not to compete only on price. Often the sweet spot is the intersection. Maybe you can't build a whole website better than a big agency, but you can build a simple 1-page landing site for a local plumber and with more industry-specific knowledge than anyone else. That's where your business begins. At the intersection of what people will pay for, what frustrates them, and what you can uniquely provide. Once you've identified a problem, you need to package your solution into an offer. And the golden rule is this: clarity sells, confusion repels. If you can't explain what you do in a single compelling sentence, your potential customers will just scroll on by. They don't have time to solve the puzzle of what you're selling. So, you need to craft a clear offer that focuses on results, not your process. The best template for this is simple and powerful. Media. Minimal motion graphic template illustrating the offer formula in a photo reel setting. Text animates on screen. I help. Media. Minimal motion graphic template illustrating the offer formula in a photo reel setting. Text animates on screen. I help. Media. Minimal motion graphic template illustrating the offer formula in a photo reel setting. Text animates on screen. I help. a specific person, achieve a specific result by a specific method or time frame. Let's break that down. Specific person means you can't help everyone. Are you helping busy moms, new startup founders, local restaurant owners? Get niche. Specific result is the tangible outcome, not improve their life, but lose 10 pounds or double their website traffic. And the method or time frame adds credibility and manages expectations. For example, instead of saying, I'm a social media manager, which is vague, a powerful offer would be, I help local coffee shops get more foot traffic using Instagram strategy and content that converts. See the difference? The coffee shop owner immediately knows you understand their specific problem, getting people in the door, and you have a proposed solution. Now, with your clear offer in hand, it's time to sell. And you don't need a fancy website, a logo, or business cards yet. All of that is procrastination. Start by selling directly through conversations. Send personalized DMs to people who fit your target audience. Compose simple emails to your network. Pick up the phone and call potential clients. Your goal is simply to start conversations and see if your offer resonates. Remember, you're testing demand, not building perfection. Every no is valuable data. Every tell me more is a sign you're on the right track. Once you have an offer that people are interested in, you need proof. You need to prove that you can actually deliver the result you're promising. This is the validation phase, and it's where you build the trust and testimonials that will fuel your future growth. How do you get proof when you have no clients? You talk to people. Offer your service for free or at a steep discount to your first 1 to 3 clients. Be explicit. You're not working for free. You're working in exchange for a detailed testimonial and the permission to use the results as a case study. During this process, gather feedback relentlessly. What part was most valuable? What was confusing? What result did they get? Refine your process based on this real-world feedback. Your goal isn't to make millions right away. It's to prove that people will pay you and you can deliver results. Your first client might be messy. You'll be building the plane as you fly it. But by the third client, you should have a repeatable system that you can confidently sell. This stage is about learning fast and building trust. The testimonials and case studies you collect here are more valuable than any money you make. They are the assets that will convince all your future customers. So let's recap the foundation. First, you pick a painful problem to solve. Second, you craft a crystal clear, results-driven offer. And third, you validate that offer with real clients, gathering proof and refining your process along the way. Once you've made your first few sales and hit that $5,000, $10,000 milestone, take a moment to celebrate. You've done what 90% of aspiring entrepreneurs never do. You've created value from scratch and built real momentum. But you're probably exhausted, doing everything yourself. Now, it's time to turn that momentum into a scalable business system. You've done the hard work. You've landed those first few clients, and most importantly, you've delivered real, tangible results. At this point, you've proven your idea works. But success feels sporadic, a mix of frantic work and anxious quiet. To scale from $10,000 to $50,000, you need to escape that chaos. You need to make your success repeatable, predictable, and scalable. It's time to turn your hard-won process into a bulletproof system. Systems are what separate the amateur from the professional. They're the scaffolding that allows you to build higher without collapsing. Start with templates. Don't write a new inquiry response, proposal, or onboarding email every single time. Create a master document for each. For emails, have a template for initial inquiries, another for post-call follow-ups, and one for welcoming new clients. For contracts, invest in a solid legal template once, and then simply customize the scope and payment details for each new project. This alone will save you hours every week and ensure a consistent, professional experience for every client. Next, document your entire workflow. I mean everything. From the moment a lead contacts you to the final project offboarding, write down every single step. What questions do you ask on a discovery call? What assets do you need from the client before you can start? What are the key milestones and check-in points? Use a tool like Notion or even a simple Google Doc to create your standard operating procedure, or SOP. This document becomes your business's playbook. You're no longer reinventing the wheel, you're simply executing a proven plan, and critically, refine your pricing. It's time to stop trading your time for money. If you charge by the hour, you are punished for being efficient. Instead, shift to value-based pricing. Don't ask, how long will this take me? Ask, what is the financial or strategic outcome for my client? If your work helps a client generate an extra $50,000, charging $5,000 is a no-brainer for them. Your price should be a reflection of the immense value you create, not the hours you sit in a chair. Systems free you from the day-to-day chaos, giving you the mental space to focus on high-level strategy and growth without burning out. Now that your internal engine is running smoothly, you need to build your external one. You can't make money if people don't know you exist. This is where marketing comes in, but don't get overwhelmed. The key is focus. Pick one social media platform where your ideal clients spend their time and commit to it. If you serve other businesses, that's likely LinkedIn. If your work is highly visual, it might be Instagram or Pinterest. Master one channel. Become a known entity there. Consistency beats frequency. A sustainable rhythm of 3 high-value posts a week is far better than trying to post 3 times a day and quitting after a month. Your content should have 3 goals: to educate, to inspire, and to demonstrate results. Educate your audience by teaching them your unique perspective on their problem. Inspire them by sharing stories of transformation, both your own and your clients'. And demonstrate results with concrete proof. Share case studies with real numbers. Turn a glowing testimonial into a full client story. What was their problem before? What was the process like? And what is their business like now? Show behind-the-scenes snippets of your work, your process, your tools. This builds trust and humanizes your brand. Remember the formula. Visibility plus credibility equals profitability. You don't need a massive audience. A small, highly engaged group of people who trust you is infinitely more valuable. As you cross the 10K mark and start pushing towards 50K, you'll hit a ceiling. It's you. The very hustle and control that got you here will now hold you back. To grow further, you must learn to leverage your time and let go. You have to stop doing everything yourself. Your first step is to hire a virtual assistant. Make a list of every task you do that is repetitive, administrative, or that you simply hate doing. This is your delegation list. Start by offloading 5 to 10 hours a week of work, like email management, scheduling, or posting content. This isn't an expense. It's an investment in your own focus. Beyond admin work, outsource tasks that fall outside your zone of genius. If you're a brilliant copywriter but a clumsy designer, hire a freelance designer. If numbers give you a headache, hire a bookkeeper. Paying an expert to do something in 2 hours that would take you 10 is one of the highest ROI decisions you can make. And before you hire, automate. Use tools like Calendly to eliminate scheduling headaches. Use Zapier to connect your apps, so a new payment automatically creates a project in your management tool. Your time is your most valuable currency. Start protecting it like a hawk. Block out deep work time on your calendar and treat it as your most important meeting of the week. With your marketing bringing in leads and your systems freeing up your time, the final piece of the puzzle is a solid sales system. You don't need a huge audience or a flood of leads. You need a predictable way to convert the right ones. This means you must know your numbers. How many discovery calls does it take to close one sale? If you know it takes 5 calls to land 1 client, and your goal is 4 new clients a month, your mission is simple. Book 20 calls. You've just replaced hope with math. The majority of sales happen in the follow-up, yet it's where most people give up. Create a professional, non-pushy follow-up sequence. A simple check-in 2 days after your call, and maybe another a week later with a helpful resource. You're not pestering, you're providing a service. Finally, make it incredibly easy for people to buy. Remove all friction. Offer payment plans to make a high-ticket investment more manageable. Add a time-sensitive bonus to encourage a decision. When you truly, deeply believe in the transformation your offer provides, selling stops feeling like a transaction. It feels like an act of service. It becomes your duty to guide the right people to a yes, because you know the value that's waiting for them on the other side. You've done the hard work and built consistent income. Now that you have cash flow and a proven system, it's time to shift your mindset from freelancer to CEO. This is the scaling phase, where you transition from trading time for money to building assets that generate income for you. The goal isn't to work twice as hard for $100,000, but twice as smart. The key is leverage. Add income streams that decouple your earnings from your hours, moving from a one-to-one to a one-to-many model. First, productize your expertise. Package your solution into an online course or digital products like templates. This takes effort up front, but once built, it generates revenue for years. Next, consider group programs or masterclasses. These are a fantastic middle ground where you can serve a cohort of people at once, creating a community experience while leveraging your time effectively. Finally, explore affiliate or brand partnerships. Authentically recommend the tools you already use and love and earn a commission. It's an ethical way to create another income stream based on trust. The common thread is building assets that can sell even when you're asleep. As you build these assets, you're no longer just selling a service. You're building a brand. A brand is who you are and the promise you represent. It has gravity, pulling the right people toward you. Your first move is to launch a professional website that acts as the central hub for your brand, positioning you as an authority with case studies and testimonials. Next, and this is non-negotiable, start an email list. Your social media following is rented land. Your email list is an asset you own. Offer a valuable free resource to entice signups, then use an automated sequence to nurture that relationship. To fuel this system, create long-form content like a YouTube channel or a podcast. This is how you build deep trust at scale. Think of your brand as an ecosystem where every piece feeds everything else. A person discovers your YouTube video, which leads them to a free guide on your website. They join your email list to get it. Your automated sequence then builds trust and eventually presents an offer for your course. Your social media reinforces the message. Every piece works in concert, guiding a person from stranger to customer. But how do you know if it's working? You track your data. Operate like a CEO, making decisions based on numbers, not intuition. Monthly, review 3 core metrics. First, revenue per offer. Where is the money actually coming from? Second, conversion rates. What percentage of visitors buys? A tiny improvement here can double your revenue. And third, lifetime customer value, or LTV. How much is a customer worth over their entire journey? This tells you how much you can afford to spend to acquire them. Once you have this clarity, the path is simple. Double down on what works and ruthlessly cut what doesn't. The data gives you permission to focus. This is the essence of scaling. It's not about frantically adding more to your plate. It's about strategic amplification, doing what already works, but better, bigger, and with more leverage. You're building a focused, optimized business machine that can grow your impact and your income without you having to burn out in the process. Every entrepreneur's journey starts with uncertainty, but the difference between those who quit and those who hit 6 figures is discipline. Remember these principles. Focus beats hustle. 1 clear offer is better than 10 ideas. Execution beats perfection. Take action daily. Relationships equal revenue. Your network is your multiplier. And sales skills are non-negotiable. Learn how to sell authentically. If you commit to these steps, 100K isn't a dream. It's a checkpoint. And when you get there, you'll realize it's not just about the money. It's about who you became in the process. I'm Zara, and this is Entrepreneurs Cirque, where entrepreneurs who inspire growth and drive change share their stories and build their legacies. Don't just watch success, build yours. Subscribe to this channel, share this video to friends and family, and comment your biggest takeaway, and let's grow together.